morning, Sterling.
Good morning. How are you today?
I am good. How about yourself?
Doing really well. Thanks for doing this morning, you guys.
Absolutely. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the Lonesome Whistle. What made this the right time for this record? What inspired you to put together a record right now?
You know, our love is bluegrass and country music, and the timing for this album was just perfect. Lee had done some bluegrass songs that we had sang on, and he was kind of pitching them around, and our management heard these songs and said, why in the world are you guys not cutting this material? This is who you are right here. So that kind of got the ball rolling, and then Lee got in contact with Andy Leftwich, who has played on some sessions of ours, and told him, I think we're going to do this bluegrass project, and we'd love for you to be involved, and can you help us put a band together? And he said, absolutely. And at the end of the whole thing, before the end of the whole thing, but he helped co-produce this album, and he put the whole band together, using Kentucky Thunder, and helped us get Ricky on this album. So, I think it was God's timing in telling us, this is the music you need to make, and this is the time that you need to make it. And we're really, really proud of this album, and can't wait for everybody to hear it.
Tell me about the first single, Coal Mining Man. What was the writing process for that? What brought that about?
Well, Coal Mining Man is a song that I co-wrote with one of my good buddies here, Matt Rogers, and he brought the idea to the table. He's from eastern Pennsylvania and has a lot of coal mining in that area, and wanted to write this song and wanted to write a bluegrass song first and foremost, and he said, I know. He goes, when I had this idea, he goes, I knew exactly who to bring it to, because I know you bluegrass music, and so we got together and wrote this song, and the great thing about it, though, when we started talking about how we were going to write this in the outline, and we both felt very strong that we didn't want to paint the negative side of coal mining, which unfortunately is all too often the only time that coal mining is brought in the forefront is when there's a tragedy or. So we wanted to write this in a different perspective, just the perspective of coal mining man Joe, who gets up and goes to work every day, and coal mining man woman Jane, who gets up every day and goes coal mining and doesn't reap the glory of media or the thanks or the congratulations or. So we just we just got together and started writing this and it was just a really fun song to write, and when we got in the studio, it really took off and just kind of popped its head up as being one of the strong songs on this album, and Rural Rhythm heard it and fell in love with it and just thought it'd be a great first single, and the rest is history.
There's a big buzz around this album already, even though it's not officially out until next week, but there's been a lot of press, a lot of anticipation. You must be pretty pleased with that, I'm guessing. I mean...
Well, to get that buzz going, it takes a lot of $20 bills. And, no, we are. We're very excited that an album that we made from the love of our hearts and soul and the music that we love is getting the buzz that it's getting. And it's pretty cool to get up and know that this record. I was actually in the studio yesterday doing some more bluegrass demos, and I was telling Randy Coors, I said, the great thing about this is, I said, this record sells 1 million copies or sells 1 copy. I am so proud of this record.
Yeah.
This record is who we are musically. There's not a song on this project that I don't go, I would cut this and play this 1 million times again. And it's pretty cool that that just doing a record that you love to do and music that you love to do is creating this buzz, and hopefully everybody likes it.
Does it make you nervous at all going into such an uncertain marketplace? I mean, right now the music business is in so much flux, both on your side of it and in the retail side of it. Does it make you nervous to have people invested in you and you're like, wow, now it's out there sort of out of your hands to a degree?
I think there's a little bit of nervousness in all of the music industry right now, but, we can't let that stop the future of music. I mean, music is the universal language. No matter, you can go to Japan, and if they fall in love with your song, they might not even know one word of it, but they love it anyways. And that to me speaks, magnitudes of how powerful music is. So for us as artists, we really feel, Lee and I, that this is our God-given talent, that this is our, our calling in our lives, and we have to do this. And I think for us, we just keep pushing forward. And, you say that the buzz around this album, we are just so excited. Next week we kick off Street Week. We're going to do things that we've never done before, all because of this music.
Yeah.
Because it touches people. And for us, that's what keeps us going. Even though there are tremendous amount of brick walls and mountains, and when you look in front of yourself, you go, there is no way I will be able to, climb that mountain or scale that wall. But we know, Lee and I know for sure that God is beside us, and He's leading our way, and we have no control over, the music industry or what happens, but I know that He's in control, and we just keep pushing forward, and we are so, so blessed that we get to do this every single day.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing to get to do for a living. I mean, that's really, really awesome.
Absolutely.
Tell me about Ricky Skaggs a little bit. Obviously, he's on this record, and it looks like you cut a lot of it out there, or all of it out there, maybe. Did you know him prior to that?
We had met him a few times, and he knew, he said he knew who we were.
Yeah.
But he's my musical hero, and the song that he guest appears on, as well as The Whites, a song that I co-wrote called That's What Makes It Love, just has that Ricky feel to it. It like he said in the studio, he said, this sounds like a song that, could have been pitched to me and I could have cut. I mean, it's just right up his alley, and Andy felt that it would be a great song to see if Ricky wants to make a guest appearance on, and, when I got the call that said, that he was going to be on here and the Whites were going to sing on it, and it just, again, it's one of those aha moments when you you look back, and every time I listen to the record and I hear his voice, as well as the Whites, I mean, I really, really have to pinch myself to make sure that it's reality, that he's really on there. And, we cut everything in his studio. Walking in there was pretty amazing, just the history and everything on the wall, all the Grammys and the IBMAs and the CMAs and ACMs and all the awards that he's won, the gold records and platinum records, and just amazing studio and amazing people to work with. And we just saw him not too long ago, and the great thing is, he's my musical hero, but he's also a friend, and that means more to me than anything. So, it's pretty cool to have him on there.
Yeah, obviously that opens some doors all by itself, you know what I mean, especially in bluegrass circles.
I mean, absolutely. When you get somebody like Ricky, giving his stamp of approval on this album, that's a pretty high compliment coming from a legend. We are just, again, so blessed, and he did say, I'm still listening to your album, and it is a great, great album. And he also told my brother, he said, your music is going to change people's lives, and coming from Ricky, that is a very, very incredible compliment.
Wow.
So we're very blessed that he's in our corner.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. I saw in your bio that you made your television debut on the Jerry Lewis telethon last year. What was that experience like for you?
That was incredible. When we got the call that, they had heard our stuff and wanted us to be a part of that, number one, we were honored because it's such a great, great organization, and anything that we can help to give back, we're all for it. We are so blessed to do this, and our thing is if we can help anybody, we will do it. And going out to Las Vegas and, doing the rehearsals the night before, going into the studio and seeing it all set up and the number board and all of that stuff, I was so calm, not any nerves at all, but the day of, when it was, time for action, the nerves kicked in a little bit, but it was so cool because it was a live audience, so we just concentrated on the live audience and, forgot about the TV cameras, and we didn't forget the words, which was really good. That's always our greatest fear. We're going to forget the words, but we did good. We got through it, and just some great, great people that are organized with that organization that work so hard, I mean, year-round to get this thing to happen on Labor Day weekend, and for us to be a part of that, for that to be our first TV appearance was an honor.
Now, you've got some other stuff coming up. Are you going to be doing TV stuff for your new record as well?
Yeah, we do some stuff locally here in Nashville. We're going to do Better Nashville and Fox News on Monday, and then on Tuesday we'll do Tennessee Mornings.
Oh, cool.
And then we fly to Orlando and do the Daily Buzz. Then we crisscross over to Tampa and do daytime. And then we fly to Washington, meet the bus in Washington, and then we start a pretty crazy 4 days. We do the Pentagon Station, and then we come up and do a thing in New Jersey, do a CD release party in our outside of our hometown there in Massachusetts, and then Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday we're in New York doing everything from Fox News to the Major League Baseball network to Fox and Friends, Fox News and Friends, Better National, What's the Buzz? I mean, it's just a whole bunch of stuff.
There's nothing like the power of TV. You can be seen by more people and a few things like that than in like a year of hard touring.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, wow, that's fantastic. Now, what kind of touring are you going to be doing behind this record?
Well, we'll do the fairs and festivals and bluegrass festivals, and we're doing just a mixture of things, really. Some smaller venues, the 300 to 400 seat venues. We'll also do. We're going up to Canada to do Craven Festival in Saskatchewan in July. Bluegrass festivals. We're working on some other stuff that can't announce right now, but would be a really good run through the summer. And so just a mixture of different things. Elaine and I are very big on no venue is too little to play. So we're just going to get out there and hit the highways and byways of the United States and Canada, and hopefully go overseas at some point. And
now, let me ask you one more thing. I know you probably stacked up here, but with you being siblings, is that easier or harder in trying to work together?
It depends what day. No, Lee and I, from an early age, we've had the same dreams and the same goals. I mean, I was 5 years old when I started to sing, and at 5 years old, I was dreaming about coming to Nashville and doing this for a living, not knowing what Nashville was and how hard it was going to be and the tears I was going to shed and all that stuff. But when we, started doing this together, and I found out that he had the same dream as I did, and we decided to do this, we came to a quick realization that if we want this to work, we have to get along. We are both adults, and we can't get our way all the time, so we learn how to compromise. And it's been really an easy thing for us, because as far as the music, we are on the same page. We never argue about who's singing or what song, or we just are just together on that. The other stuff, I'm the business part of the Roys. I do all of the business side. Lee does a lot of the musical side as far as production and getting the musicians together. So I think we complement each other really good, where he always says where I'm weak, he's strong, and where he's weak, I'm strong. So it just works, and it's so awesome to do this with my brother, because I know how hard we've worked, and every little success that we get, it is so awesome to share it with him. So it's just great all around.
Thank you very much for doing this. Is there anything else you want to say about Lonesome Whistle before we go?
Well, I mean, obviously, everybody can check us out at theroysonline.com and kind of see where we're at and what we're doing. And this record is I know every artist says this, but I know Elaine and I poured our heart and soul and our blood, sweat, and tears in this record, and I think there's a little bit of everything on there for every country music fan, bluegrass fan, and Christian fan. I think we'll find something on here that they can gravitate to. So hopefully everybody a week from today runs out and buys a copy.
Very good. Well, congratulations. I think this record is going to do really, really well for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that very much.